What's going on, champs and chambits? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We're back here once again playing some more Destiny 2, going through the haunted little mini event that's been going on recently, and I've been having some fun. I've been having some fun going through with the whole factory reset of my computer and trying to recover all of my software, trying to update everything. And in fact, you may have noticed a lot of stuff has been updated recently. I mean, even the thumbnail of this video got updated. The main reason why you may have noticed those little rounded corners now on my border is just because of the fact that YouTube made a massive change to their website, basically making it so whenever you're on YouTube, at least on the PC version, I know on mobile it's kind of still the old one mixed with the new one, videos are now rounded. You don't have the whole entire current system of the whole, hey, this is slightly rounded, right? It's nothing like that anymore, and instead the whole entire video border is rounded now. So I accommodated my thumbnail design in order to fit that design on PC, but of course when checking it on mobile it does still look a little bit wonky, but I think I prefer the rounded borders a lot more because it just makes everything look a lot cleaner. So that's something that's been changing recently that I've been able to do with the whole entire factory reset and everything and focus on. But man, factory resetting your computer to fix bugs is a wonderful thing to do sometimes. I had so much useless junk on my computer that when I factory resetted it, right, when I went through and basically wiped everything clean, my computer just started running better, right? And I know it makes sense, it's you don't have all the software you use for a week or whatever installed anymore, but man, it really did make a difference that I wasn't expecting for at all. Oh, I missed that shot entirely. So that's just something that, I was like, wow, okay, what, maybe I needed to factory reset my computer for, because it just made everything run smoother, and I've been enjoying it, right? I've been able to make videos, I recovered all my settings and whatnot, got all my recording software set up properly again, so it's not like, we really got hindered. We had a small little blast back because of the factory reset, where I had to reset up my shop tabs bot and my item shop bot, so that, Twitter would post the item shop and everything for me, and I wouldn't have to worry about it, but it is still something that I'm like, you know what, not a big deal, not a big deal, right? It was I had some backups or some stuff. They were a little outdated. They didn't have all the features I had added over time to them, but they still worked, right? They still worked. I was able to get them up and running within 1 to 2 days or whatever, and all my coding projects are back up and functional. So, it was almost like the only thing that happened with the factory reset was I just fixed some bugs going on with my computer, and that makes me happy, right? That makes me just pleased to know that we don't really have that much to worry about. And before we go into another match, how many more pages we got? 13. Okay, wait, no, that's manifested pages. We have 60 spectral pages to go through, so we have a lot here, and Jesus, my mouse moves so fast now. My DPI is so high. Because of the factory reset, my software got uninstalled for my mouse and stuff, and I thought I reinstalled it, but I guess it crashed on me. Let me try opening it up here, because my DPI is just through the roof right now. Yeah, look at that. Oh, is it lower now? I can't even tell. Maybe I just use a high DPI and I don't realize it. Maybe that's what's going on here, right? Who knows? But yeah, it's been a wild day. It's been a wild past few days, dealing with factory resets, dealing with trying to update coding projects or whatever else, and playing tons of game, because recently I've been getting really into Dead by Daylight. I don't know if you guys want to see me play some Dead by Daylight while I ramble on about stuff, but I was originally scared to play that game. I've owned it since 2017. I didn't want to play it because, it was I could never win at the game and stuff or whatever, but then recently I found out, yeah, that's kind of how Dead by Daylight is, right? You're never going to really quote-unquote win at it. You're just going to have times where you do decent, other times when you do bad, and then times where you're with a group of friends and you guys just completely mess around. So that's been fun recently, messing with friends. Ended up getting all the DLC that I didn't have for the game yet, so I have all of that. I'm able to play with all the characters, but I'll probably just continue playing with the 2 characters that I've been basically maining, which is the first 2. I think it was Dwight and Meg. I think those were the names of the characters. I could be wrong there, but those 2 are the main characters that I've been playing recently, and I've been enjoying the game with friends. I've just been playing a lot of variety of games, but yeah, it's been changing times here recently. And in fact, speaking of changing times, I have an interesting video I plan to make over on my Fortnite channel soon. So here's a little leaksies, right? A topic that I had on my mind that I almost made a commentary channel video on, but then I was like, this is more Fortnite news, I'll put it on the Fortnite channel, was going to be, will I be a leaker forever? Will I leak Fortnite forever and stuff like that? Because I have thought about it for a few months or whatever, and I do have my own personal opinions on if I would stay, a Fortnite leaker for all of eternity, and where I currently stand with that whole entire life of, data mining games or whatnot. So I plan to make that video soon. I think that's going to be a topic that I'm passionate about. I'll probably end up rambling on for 10-20 minutes about it or whatever else. But it's something that popped in my head, and I know recently with everyone seeing that there's this one concept skin in Fortnite that's going to be released in a few years that really matches my character's design, the FireMonkey original character or whatever. A lot of people are like, oh, are you getting an icon skin or whatever? And it kind of sucks to be able to say that, hey, I can confidently say that even if this was supposed to be like a surprise icon skin, something that they don't do because, you know, they would have to do a whole contract or whatever else, that I am not going to ever get an icon skin in Fortnite. And the main reason why is because, hey, I'm a Fortnite leaker. As I know, based on how the higher-ups at Epic Games have acted towards leakers before, they don't like us, right? And I can't blame them, you know. I wouldn't like someone who was actively going through my files every update and spoiling what was coming to the game. So I understand why they don't like us. I understand why they won't give us access to, you know, skins early like they do certain content creators in their, like, creator programs or whatever else. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's just interesting to be able to confidently say, yeah, I'm never going to get one. But that's also not the reason I would ever stop being a Fortnite leaker, right? I don't want to delve too far into the topic because obviously that's a topic for the Fortnite channel when I make that video. But I've been thinking about it, right? And with how everything's been going recently, sure, I have 1 million+ followers on Twitter for data mining Fortnite. But when it comes to the channels I run, the YouTube channels that basically bring in all the revenue for me, believe it or not, I could decently quit leaking, right? I could quit leaking and I would mainly take a hit in revenue from support a creator because a way to, I guess, say it is that the same amount of money I make in a month is basically, like, think about it like this. The money I make in a month from YouTube is a little bit higher than what I make in a month from support a creator, but support a creator is always on the lower end. So it's like I would take a hit in revenue, right? If I was to quit leaking right now, I would make less money, and, you know, that could kind of suck if I only relied on sponsors and YouTube for money, at least right now, because, you know, there's a lot of people who only use my support a creator because I'm funny YouTube, not funny YouTube man, but I'm funny Fortnite leaker guy. But at the same time, it's like, I feel that even if I was to quit leaking tonight, right, even if like if Epic was to contact me or something and be like, hey, if you quit leaking, we'll work with you, we'll give you this stuff, I would feel confident being able to actually do it. Now, would I accept the offer? I have no clue, right? That offer will never be presented to me, so I have no clue if that would be something I would ever accept. But it is something that, you know, I've been thinking about recently because, like, with YouTube, especially when it comes to updates or whatever I leak, right, whatever other people leak, they're all going to end up basically being the same thing, right? There's sometimes when I'll be the first to leak something, but even if I'm the first to leak something, you know, there's going to be people that end up leaking that stuff first. Like, well, I mean, there are going to be other people that end up tweeting about it, even if I wasn't to tweet about it. So it's like, no matter what, there's always going to be that flow of information going around. It's just that it might not be as fast or as frequent if I wasn't doing, you know, Fortnite leaks or whatever else as well. That isn't me being like, I am the leader of Fortnite leaks or anything like that, by the way. I'm just, you know, kind of doing a little mini ramble on how I feel about the whole Fortnite leaking thing. Don't plan to do it forever. You know, I want to do YouTube as a full-time thing. I would love just to have this chill commentary style of content be what I end up being known for and be what I end up, you know, relying on for the revenue I make on YouTube, or I guess just in general, because I like this style, right? I like just sitting here playing a game I want to play and just talking about whatever I have on my mind and people just watching it. And hopefully, you know, I'm able to grow this, like, one thing I want to do is grow this channel and get it to a decent viewership before I even relatively try to quit Fortnite leaking, because, like, if you think about it, right? If I was to quit, I'm going to take a revenue hit. But if I was to continue leaking Fortnite while also trying to build up all three of the channels I run, FireMonkey Plus, FireMonkey, and FireMonkey, aka the commentary channel you're watching on right now, then I could be in a nice spot for the future if I ever do decide to quit, and I'll be able to, you know, still be making enough money to be financially stable and all that type of stuff, while just having a lot more, I guess you would say, free time for yourself, because you're not focusing on, oh, let's wake up at 4 in the morning to look in the Fortnite files and see what wacky stuff is out there, right? But that's just like a mini rant. That's just a mini thing that I've been thinking about whenever it comes to it. Of course, this has nothing to do with the skin. I know it's interesting timing, but I just thought, you know, with the skin coming out, this has been a topic that maybe I should address on YouTube and stuff. You know, maybe I should address on the Fortnite channel with a full video. So stay tuned for that. But, you know, I just felt like that was a little mini rant for this channel. You know, I'm not going to title it like, will I quit leaking or anything? Because that's the title for the Fortnite channel video soon. But I thought it was just something that, you know, has been ongoing recently. So with all the, you know, the recent changes to, like, YouTube and all the recent changes in news regarding Fortnite or whatever else, I could see myself, you know, just leaking, or, well, quitting leaking, or leaking that I'm quitting leaking or whatever else in the future. Not even, like, I don't know, you know, I definitely want to think about it more before I make, like, my final thoughts for a video about would I ever quit leaking or whatnot, because there is a lot of stuff where I'm like, maybe not, you know. I like leaking, right? I love looking in the files, and that's something about me. I like looking in files and stuff. I always love looking at code and trying to reverse engineer it and stuff, even if I think I'm dumb. You know, it's like, it's crazy to see how far I've been able to go and how I've just kind of been like, as my teachers in high school would say, an entrepreneur over what I do. So, you know, I'm always like wanting to still do stuff with coding or whatnot. So like maybe I'll still have leaks or whatever that I look at, but I'll never be a leaker in the future. Like think about it, like I look in the files myself, I'm like, ooh, look at cool thing, and then I don't tell people about cool thing, you know, I'm just like, I know cool thing exists, isn't that crazy? Or something like that. I do think though with Fortnite in general, I kind of burned myself in a hole like years ago when I didn't have that big of a following. Because one thing I had kind of made clear in the past was like, oh, I hate insiders and all this stuff, right? I was like, I don't get why insiders would risk their job in order to give us information or whatnot. And it's like, because of that, you know, there's tons of leakers and stuff who have insiders, and I'm just the one over here like, I'm a dude. Occasionally I get an insider here or there, just like, hey, I got this one topic for you, isn't this crazy? But recently, as I've continued to grow on like the YouTube channel or whatnot, more of like the posts and stuff I see are about, you know, hey, here's this upcoming like little thing happening in Fortnite that, you know, you're under like an embargo or something, don't talk about it, you know, they're like someone affiliated with Epic or whatever. It's like obviously not like an Epic run thing, it's usually like a creative map or something. It's like, hey, this brand wants to tell you about their upcoming creative map, and then I'm like, oh cool, and then I'm like, I'm thinking about tweeting about it, and then I just completely forget. And like, do brands who contact me, don't worry, if you tell me embargo or something, I'm not gonna leak your information, but I'll probably end up just kind of forgetting that you told me the information, to be honest. I just you know, don't think about it. I'm just like, oops, oh yeah, they told me about that one time. I should probably look back there, and then I realize it's been like a month or whatever since they told me like when it was happening, and that it's already happened, and it's like, oh well, oopsie, you know, I probably shouldn't have done, I probably should have responded or something. That is another thing about me though, I'm terrible at responding to people sometimes, right? Like I will get a text from someone, and if I'm busy, if I'm making a YouTube video, if I'm just playing a game in a party in the middle of a match or something, I'll swipe the notification from my phone and completely forget about it. I'll just kind of completely forget to reply, and then I'll get people texting me, they're mad at me or whatever, being like, why didn't you reply to me? Why are you ignoring me? And it's like, I'm not trying to ignore you, I'm just bad at replying sometimes, because I zone in on single topics, right? I see one topic, I zone in on it, and then I'm like, ooh, yeah, me likey, you know, me likey this topic, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this later, and then I just completely forget. But, yeah, it's just kind of a lot of rambles today for the commentary channel, but man, I just needed to ramble. There's been a lot going on recently, right? And like, you know what? One of the good things that have been going on recently is that I have news. I have some news. This is kind of just this video is just turning into me rambling about like 50,000 topics. I don't even know what to title this. The Rambles of a Madman or something. But if anyone knows what a Flipper Zero is, it's kind of like what you can do with amiibo cards, right? Like I have all these amiibo cards with amazing handwriting on it. That's my handwriting. Don't steal it. Don't forge my autograph. I mean, good luck trying to copy my handwriting. It's terrible. I can't even hold a pencil correctly. If anyone doesn't know what a Flipper Zero is, it's basically this thing that can copy radio signals. It can make these NFC tags or whatever through a little like mechanic or whatever, so you could just have a little device that you could unlock a garage door with if you copy the radio frequency and everything with. You could use it for fake amiibos on your Nintendo Switch or whatever. And when I had bought one, like a week later, they're like, oh, oopsie, the current order of Flipper Zeros are stuck in like a shipment. They've been withheld from by the US or something. And I'm like, why? Why is it gotta be right when I get around to buying one, right? Why is it gotta be me? But recently there's been an update that they've got the container shipment approved or whatever, and they're able to actually start shipping those out again soon. So that's gonna be exciting, because I don't even want it for like malicious purposes or anything, right? I just want it because I think it's like a super cool device, because you can use it for like, sure, you can be like a hacker, man, right? People thought when I said that, you know, the container with it was seized, they thought I was like doing some illegal activities trying to like hack into the NSA government or something. But no, it's just like it's kind of like a it's like I just want to use it for like just to be lazy, you know, because I have a lot of stuff that I could probably copy the radio frequency of, and I think it would be cool just to be able just to have one device where I kind of like select an option, and it's like I can just control everything. I can have the power at least for, you know, my house and like stuff I do with it. But of course I don't go out, I don't really go outside anyway, so it's not like I'm going to go up to a random like pub or bar or anything and be like, I don't even go. Are they called pubs in the United States? I don't know. I just know that I always hear Tater, one of my friends, refer to him as pubs because he's in the UK. But it's like, I'm not gonna go up to a random place and start turning on and off people's TVs from outside their house. Or like unlocking cars or whatever. I'm just gonna, you know, use it for some simplistic purposes, most likely just amiibos on the Switch. And I'm excited to see that it's finally been available and, you know, it's finally going to be properly shipped out instead of being withheld. But, you know, at least I'll have a story to tell in the future, right? If I ever like have to talk with someone, you know, they're like, tell me something about yourself, I'll be like, yeah, I ordered this one thing once and it got seized by the United States government. Isn't that pretty cool? Oh, you think I'm doing illegal activities? No, I wanted to have funny amiibo. That's what I wanted. I wanted cheap funny amiibo without actually buying the whole entire figure. But yeah, there's just a lot of rambles today. Man, we almost have like a 20-minute video, and it's funny because right after I record this, I have to go over to the FireMonkey Plus channel, right? And I'm gonna record like 2 to 3 hours of me just playing a Modern Warfare 2's campaign. So I have a lot to talk about. I'm gonna be talking a little bit more over there. So if you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed today's random rambles that I really wasn't able to sort properly and think of a definitive topic, consider checking out FireMonkey Plus. We have so much content there. It's basically uncut videos where I just kind of talk about stuff while playing a game. So if you ever liked the Let's Play genre back in the day of YouTube, but you know, no one really does Let's Plays anymore because they're not real good for the algorithm, consider checking out that channel. We don't try playing on the algorithm at all, we just try playing games and having fun. It's also why I made the channel, because I love doing the Binding of Isaac series on this channel, but I knew that, you know, it was actually hindering the view counts and stuff here, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a separate channel specifically for content like the Binding of Isaac. So, you know, I'm planning a lot of stuff with that one, and of course, you know, it's like just the side thing for me to do, because I love doing YouTube. I find this fun to do. So expect some series soon of like other games. Like some of the games I want to play through is I want to play through Dead Island again. I want to play through all the Assassin's Creed games, all the Yakuza franchise. I want to play through all the Resident Evils, all the Metal Gear Solids, and I want to just have a nice little journey with you guys as I go through my entire backlog of games and figure out, you know, what all have I been missing out on, right? Because there's been a lot of stuff that I've been missing out on. So being able to kind of work it into a way where it's like content for you guys and it's kind of like a business expense for me so that I have a reason to actually go back and play them a lot more makes it a lot more likely for me to play through some of those games that I've been wanting to play through for a long time. And maybe I'll even put some just raw commentary videos on there where I'm not even like playing a game or doing a Let's Play, but I'm just chilling and playing through some Destiny or something like that. You know, kind of like this video, but a little bit longer. Anyways, we've been going on for way too long talking about stuff. So, yeah, you know what? I hope you champs and champions enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and grind through all these spectral pages, and I'll see you guys next time with even more content. Peace out.